All right. One thing that I've been thinking about that I think is really terrific that I've been underplaying on the show, I was thinking about this, taking a walk with my kids earlier today. I was thinking about how important it is that we are rebalancing the American media, which is taking place right now. And the fact of the matter is that the Ellison family, who is billionaires, and I don't trust them completely, but them taking over CBS, this is a big positive thing because anything is superior to the far left establishment media, which really was the supervillain of my book, Breaking the News, my first book, New York Times bestseller. And one of the things about it is not just that it's liberal bias, it's really having the corporate status quo. And I was really pleased to see that their bid to take over Time Warner seems to be progressing, which I think is very interesting because it's got a lot of the far lefty people on CNN freaked out. There's a woman named Kara Swisher, who is a tech journalist and also opines on CNN for, I guess she gets extra money to do that. And I thought this cut was pretty awesome. Let's play cut 5, please, guys.
It's interesting because they've been calling me. They've been very nice. They're like, hey, Kara, good show with Matt Bellany. They're doing a lot of friendly with me right now, which is like, too bad. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen for you, as I say. I don't think they'll be good owners. I don't. I think they've already shown several times, including editorial choices, which Scott knows more about than I, though I know a lot, Scott, that they have no interest in journalism. And I refuse to work for an organization that doesn't respect journalists. And so for me to stand up to say, I'm not working for you hacks. I'm just not doing it. And it's not worth it to me.
Great. And she doesn't need the money. She's got a podcast. She's got blogs. She's got other places where she can earn. But just know that we are really piercing their armor, even though I don't think that, Barry Weiss is some sort of great media genius or anything like that. I think she kind of recycles ideas that a lot of people in the conservative movement had 10 years ago and just uses those. She's the person who's in charge of CBS News these days. But I do think that the media industrial complex, where they're all members of the institutional left, all of the people who run the business, I think those are the ones who are ensuring that its left-wing bias stays because it's really a pro-status quo, pro-corporatist, anti-MAGA, anti-establishment people, anti-populist. That's what's gone on in our media for so long, and it feels like we're finally getting some people who are piercing that. A couple other examples that I think are worth putting out is that noting that late night shows, this is all a brand that's going away as they get more political. This is another welcome thing. Vince Vaughn was talking about this. I think this was on the Rogan podcast. Was that where this was, or was this on Fox? Anyway, let's play this cut. Let's play cut 13, please, guys.
Podcasts have gotten so much more popular with less production, less writers, less staff.
The reason why we have two people working here, and both of them are hungover. And one guy has shingles.
But the place is clean. I like that. You keep a clean place.
Thank you. Yeah, we did a vacuum.
But yeah, because people want authenticity.
Yeah.
And I think that the talk shows, to a large part, became really agenda based.
Yeah.
They were going to evangelical people to what they thought. You know what I mean? And so people just rejected it because it didn't feel authentic. It felt like they had an agenda. It stopped being funny, and it started feeling like I was in a class I didn't want to take.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I'm getting scolded. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Brilliant summary. That's exactly what it is. It's a brilliant summary and that was a Theo Von podcast, not the Rogan podcast, another popular podcast. And that's the whole point. The authenticity is in, and the corporate top-down approach to media is out. And it's going to create some more upheaval, which I'm really welcoming. The View has announced they're not going to be able to have politicians on because Brendan Carr's FCC is going to enforce that you got to give equal time to various competitors. I have a clip. I'm going to run out of time, so I won't be able to play it. But Anna Navarro, who's one of the hosts there, also employed by CNN, talking about how people are going to celebrate when Donald Trump dies. And this is what they use for their broadcast. This is what is on government-sanctioned airwaves. Keep in mind, very few of those networks actually get government sanction, where a government effectually blesses that this content is on the air. And they've used it as propaganda arms for the Democrat Party and for far left radical ideas, like people ought to celebrate or make it comfortable for people to celebrate the death of an American president, because they hate this man so much, they hate us so much. And the most important point I can leave you with is they hate you so much. They hate all of you. They want all of you to suffer. They want all of you debanked and canceled. And that's why we got to get very tough. Let's do it with a smile. Let's get very tough. Let's get lock in together, and let's make sure that we're really focused here, never lose another election.